Chris, what are your emotions after that?
Well, I think first and foremost we get the win, and we continue to march forward in this campaign. So we've got to be pretty happy with that. But there's also, I guess, the realism that that standard wasn't quite good enough from what we expect of ourselves, and that we've got some tidy ups to do this week. We know that the challenge out in Bordeaux next week is going to be a step up from that. So again, we just got to make sure we look at ourselves and look at our performance.
What did you think of it, Alun?
The same as Chris, with a bit of specifics. I think first half we were a bit stifled at the breakdown. I think there was a couple of exits. In the second half, they put ourselves under pressure. Likewise at set piece in the attacking area. I thought we were okay indeed the majority of the time, but then through our own effort or too much of it, I think at time chasing lost causes, we put ourselves under pressure. So we can temper that and just be a bit more organised and structured, and probably not give as many piggybacks up the field.
Chris, I guess it'll be quite tough next week.
Yeah, it definitely will be, and I think if we go and turn the ball over like we were tonight, it's going to be a long day out there. So again, we've just got to make sure that we're playing in the right areas of the park. We respect the ball a little bit more than we did in that first quarter today. And again, I think at times, we've got to have a good look at the way that we're playing, because that first quarter we were making line breaks, we were making inroads there, we were playing with the speed and that we wanted to do, but we just weren't able to continue that for a number of reasons. So again, we just got to get that bit right, tidied up, bring a little bit more physicality around our D.
Al, what was going on in the line-out in the second half there? Lost a few?
Yeah, we weren't winning it.
What was it, the change of personnel possible?
No, not at all. I think they went down to one less in the pack, and credit to them, they were creating the illusion that there was space at the back, and I think it was just poor calls by myself.
How competitive do you think this group is going to prove, Chris, will Exeter's win today?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to go down to the wire, isn't it? And it's important. Next week's an important game for us. If we can get the result out there, puts us in good stead. But it's going to be tight, isn't it?
I guess you need to pick up something next week.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think look, going over there is it's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. But we've got to rise to that challenge as a group. And again, it starts with our performance. Again, we keep talking about the same stuff, but we've got to get that bit right. So again, I think we've got to look. We've got to definitely get points out there. Definitely.
We have word on Dan Bigger, another sort of top performance.
Yeah, look, I think he did well. Control the ball in those last sort of minutes in that game, putting that kick back into the corner, putting the pressure back on them. So again, good vision by him. But again, I think there's a few guys in that team that have put their hand up. I mean, we've worked pretty hard, although the game was quite stop-start and slow at times. The guys have physically made some shifts.
Alun, how did Bordeaux compare to your
I think they've got elements of a typical French side, particularly up front, as we saw today. But I think they're two different animals when you play French side at home and away. So we've got to be almost looking at next week as our second Clermont game or our second Bordeaux game away, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they are two different animals, and we've got to realise, like Chris has said, that we've got this. There could be a lot of changes next week. We don't know, obviously with the squad they have. So we've got to be ready for that, particularly with the added intensity of an away game out there.